Good afternoon, Facebook friends. This is Dee-Dee Devon of Divine Intervention Lifestyle and Nutrition Health Coaching, coming to you with my weekly Wednesdays Walk Your Talk Women's Wisdom on what works and what doesn't, which is perfect for today as my topic is about what to do to lose belly fat and belly bloat when nothing else seems to be working. Today, we're going to talk about how to relax. And why is this important? Because digestive stress is about 25% what you eat and 75% who are you being. So the question is, who are you being when you eat or when you're trying to heal your gut? Are you moving at warp speed, constantly eating on the go, multitasking during the meal, engaging in gossip? These are all ways in which we feed the stress response. And eating under stress is not only commonplace, it's socially acceptable and often a prerequisite for managing a job, a family, or having a life. But stress is the opposite of relaxation. And when do we feel stressed? Mostly when we're moving too fast. If you worked hard to counteract belly bloat or belly fat, but have not achieved success, there's one basic reason: you are moving too fast. And how we do one thing is how we do everything. When we're moving through life too fast, we tend to walk fast, talk fast, drive fast, and inevitably we eat fast, which destroys our metabolism and creates digestive upset. It results in meals being eaten under a physiologic stress response, which diminishes our calorie burning power. The slower you eat, the faster you metabolize. The more relaxed you are throughout your day, then the more energy you'll have. You can eat the healthiest meal on the planet, but if you are eating it in a stressed out, anxious state, your digestion is dramatically diminished. Salivary enzyme content in the mouth is reduced, the breakdown of protein, fat, and carbs in the stomach is impaired, and blood flow to the small intestines is decreased as much as fourfold, which translates into decreased assimilation of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. Have you ever experienced eating a full meal and still being hungry, like you just can't get satiated? That's a good sign that the stress response is on and your body isn't assimilating nutrients. That's another reason why we have so many obese people in our culture. We're eating lots and lots of empty calories because your hunger mechanism won't shut down until it's been nutritionally satisfied. So let's talk about the connection between stress and metabolism. The autonomic nervous system is responsible for digestive activity. Okay, and there are two branches, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. The parasympathetic is also known as the rest and digest response. This is the optimal state for digestion. When the parasympathetic is activated, our metabolic power goes way up. On the other hand, the sympathetic is also known as the fight or flight, and this is our stress response. When we are stressed out, our digestion shuts down. The classic textbook example of this is, as if a lion were chasing you after lunch, you wouldn't be so concerned about digesting your sandwich. The sympathetic nervous system would act effectively to shut down digestion, direct blood flow away from the belly, out to your arms and legs for quick moving, and up to your brain for quick thinking. Now, this is a brilliant mechanism in place for our survival, but while most of us do not have to confront lions at our lunch hour, we do encounter stress. On a physiological level, however, your body doesn't differentiate between a lion chasing you and your boss yelling at you or getting tense in a traffic jam. One is life-threatening, the other is not. But guess what? On a physiological level, they are the same. They both trigger the body to shut off digestion and store fat. This decreases our metabolic power. Now, You may have heard of the hormone called cortisol, and this is the hormone that is released when we're stressed out. I talked a lot about this last week on when we talked about how to rebalance our hormones. Studies show that increased cortisol in the system leads to fat accumulation. People who tend to gain weight primarily around the belly likely experience chronic low-level stress, as excess cortisol production has a strange effect of fattening up the belly. Make sense? Can you relate? If the body is even in a low-level stress state most of the time, then you may lose a few pounds here and there, but ultimately, no amount of calorie counting or treadmilling will get you where you want to go, and your task is to do something of great difficulty, and that is to relax. Some people use anxiety and stress to motivate themselves to lose weight. For example, if I don't lose 8 pounds, I'm not going to the reunion. If I don't go to the gym 4 days this week, then I'm not going to get a massage. Does this work? No. The point is, worrying and stressing about weight loss or healing your gut is totally counterproductive. To boost metabolism, you must relax and stop producing so much cortisol. The number one way to stop producing so much cortisol for fast-acting relief is to slow down. So if you eat breakfast in 5 minutes, make it 10. If you normally take 10 minutes, bump it up to 15. Try to give yourself at least 20 minutes for lunch and dinner. After all, it's called a lunch hour, which most of us tend to work through. So you deserve 20 minutes. And see if you can't optimize your home and work schedules as best you can to provide yourself with more time and commit to providing yourself the gift of more time at each meal. And as best you can, enroll your family, coworkers, and boss in creating more time and relaxation with meals. I have a whole toolbox of tricks and tips to help you slow down. But to keep this live time sensitive, I'm going to just leave you with that. And if you click on the link below this video in the comments section, I'm going to put a really beautiful resource that I've created to help you do just this one thing really good and see if you don't lose your belly without changing anything you eat, but instead who you are being when you eat. Please feel free to tag a friend or share this video with anyone you feel could benefit from this information. And if you're not quite sure who, think, do I know of anyone who has really skinny arms and legs and a larger belly? There's a good chance they are stressed out. And if you're interested in those other tips and tricks I mentioned, please visit my website as I have lots of other resources there as well. To your best life ever, namaste. And I'll see you next Wednesday.